Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 4 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now, we've got news out of Dare County, specifically Manteo, where a man is now behind bars facing several felonies. Around 1 a.m. earlier this morning, Dare County deputies say they searched a home in Roanoke Island after noticing an odor of marijuana on the property. Isaac Moore, who's 33 years old, was charged with felony possession of a Schedule II controlled substance, felony possession of a firearm by a felon, possession of marijuana greater than ½ an ounce to 1.5 ounces, and simple possession of a Schedule II controlled substance. He was taken to the Dare County Jail on a $10,000 secured bond. The Manteo Police Department helped in the case. We also want to highlight news out of Washington, especially important for those of you looking for a new license plate, as the city of Washington clarifies that no decision over the license plate agency closure has been made. According to the Washington City Council, no decision has been made about whether the license plate agency should shut down. Interim City Manager Bobby Roberson prompted the discussion during a meeting on February 9th. He recommended that the council consider closing the agency in the early summer because it isn't generating enough money for the city. Final decisions will be made at the next budget hearings and require the city council's votes before further action is taken. And now for a look at your forecast. Hopefully everybody is ready for some warm weather. We didn't get it today. We will tomorrow. Well, we will certainly later on this week. We're going to get back into the 70s by the time we reach Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week. Tomorrow, we're going to transition between the upper 40s to low 50s we saw today into the low 70s we've got coming up on Wednesday. So tomorrow, plan on generally the low to mid 60s under mostly sunny skies. Here's a look at sky conditions across the Pungo River in Belhaven. And you can see we've got some breaks in the clouds, yes. But right now, just looking through this angle, still looking like a mostly cloudy day. Things again are turning more sunny as you get closer to the Crystal Coast, though. This is what our air temperatures are looking like. Most of us around the 50-degree mark. Some of us in the upper 40s, some of us in the low 50s. The winds, though, continue to relax. And the winds have played a big role in your air temperature profile today. Because of the stronger winds we had earlier this morning, winds kept our air temperatures from getting too warm. All of the winds coming out of the northeast pull cold air off of the Atlantic and out of Virginia and push it into eastern North Carolina. It's a process that is called cold air advection, and it leads to cooler air temperatures. Now, these winds relax from where they were earlier today, and they will relax more overnight tonight into tomorrow. That relaxation period will give those winds an opportunity to swing around at the southwest, giving us another push of warmer air coming in over your Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Now tomorrow, wind speeds generally between around 6 to 12 miles an hour. Some may be a little bit outside of that range. But then we get to Wednesday. And Wednesday is going to be a windy one, starting out with about a 7 to 15 mile per hour breeze over the east. Watch what happens as we head into the afternoon. You'll start to see some 20 mile per hour readings showing up throughout eastern North Carolina. Now, those winds will relax a little bit more as we approach Wednesday's sunset. But again, Wednesday is going to be a breezy one, and it will be a warm wind. So it's not something you're going to have to worry about any sort of wind chills with. In fact, quite the opposite. All of the winds out of the southwest will carry our air temperatures well into the 70s. Certainly wasn't the case today. 45 degrees by the time we reach 6 p.m. We'll drop down into the upper 30s between around 9 to 10 p.m. at night tonight. Clear skies also going to, again, help the cooling process, taking us down into the low 30s by tomorrow morning. Now, there could be some fog out there early on tomorrow. I'm not anticipating widespread fog, but we could certainly see some out there as humidity levels will try to increase with those southwesterly winds. And that, again, can result in some fog formation, especially with those cold early morning air temperatures. Now, by the time we reach lunchtime tomorrow, we should be in the mid to upper 50s. After that, we get into the low 60s between 2, 3, and 4 p.m., hanging on to 61 degrees by 5. Now, this all comes, again, due to the presence and position of that high pressure system. Now, unfortunately, that high is going to be fading away, which will allow cloud cover to fill back in. But winds are largely going to remain unchanged thanks to the presence of that cold front further up towards the northwest. Out ahead of a cold front, you're likely going to see either southerly or southwesterly winds. So with that cold front being off to our west, we are going to see those southwesterly winds, and they are going to pump in some heat regardless of the amount of cloud cover we've got. This is going to be some warm air advection, warm air moving into eastern North Carolina. Now, we do have some rain chances to update you guys on. Slim chance of rain coming up for tomorrow and Wednesday. Not a lot there, but rain chances start to get a little bit more impressive as we approach the tail end of the week. Looking at the low 70s again Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But Friday is going to be marked by another cold front moving through, and that will knock air temperatures down from the low 70s on Friday into the mid 60s by Saturday, mid 50s by Sunday, and waking up to start Monday of next week. Yeah, we've got lots of sunshine, but we are also going to be dealing with a little bit more of a chill. 47 degrees Monday, 49 the following Tuesday. Now, I do want to say hello to Quincella Bunn. Thank you so much for joining me over on Facebook. Hopefully you are having a fantastic Monday, and hopefully this forecast is exactly what you were hoping to see. It doesn't look like we've got any snow over the next 8 days, but it certainly looks like we'll be feeling like spring is right around the corner by the time we reach either tomorrow afternoon, certainly by Wednesday afternoon. That's all we have time for today's 4 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. We'll be back coming up early tomorrow morning at 7:10 a.m. with Jim and Gigi. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Monday. We'll see you back here coming up tomorrow.